Optic Nerve says that noisemaker sounds like Nick's nose. That's, I think you can. Can we can leave Nick alone at this point, can't we? Like, he's gone radio silent. Things are bad. Of all the, the gossip and the news and the sources, people snaking him and everything, and the info that's coming out of that, like, it's going to be years of hell. And I think he's pretty much retired at this point. I think it's kind of, it's like an athlete you hate and wondering when he's going to come back, and you're like, he's not coming back. Like, it's done. He's got bigger fish to fry. He's got more important things in life than streaming. He can't handle internet people. He argues with people with 2 followers on Twitter. How do you think he's going to do when he fires up a stream and the only people giving him money or in his chat are people talking about, you coked out your kid and you're a piece of shit and blah. He's going to lose his mind. He's going to blow his probation. He's going to drink and do drugs because of all the stress and everything else. He's better off this way, I think. Kevin Soundboard says, last time Aaron went to Party City, he ended up on a coke bender in an orgy. Good riddance. Yeah, Party City. Party City's the problem here. Thank God they shut down out of shame. Gordy. King of All Yetis says, don't say tweaked out in front of Gordy. You'll remind him of April and it will make him sad. Oh, you know what? I didn't think of that. I'm sorry. King of All Yetis just chanting P in the chat. I'd rather he didn't. I'll let him out at some point. West Coast Patriot Girl says, free Gordy. Speak, Gordy. Louder. 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 One more time. But I will say again, as shitty of a life as Nick is going to have from 43 on, he can rest comfortably knowing that he has done a very funny bit for once in his life. He has forced me to deny drinking cum until I die. I'm so excited. No matter what role in broadcasting I have when I'm 80, I look forward to, like, if we're doing radio or like radio gets syndicated and then we come back to podcasting, and then when I'm 80, we're on somewhere and some guy calls in. He's like, yeah, Aaron, yeah, interesting show. President so-and-so, I think he's doing a great job. All right, I'll hang up and listen. By the way, you drink cum. For the last goddamn time, Rekietas been dead for 30 years, and I still have to tell you I didn't drink cum. Potentially Criminal says, Aaron picked up Nick's hobby of oogling well-built black men. All right, are you drinking, counselor? Because this sounds like more than good-natured ribbing. This is actually hurting my feelings. Consider my feelings hurt, sir. Now I'm going to stop staring at black men. That's a good way to get me to stop doing shit. Like, if you tell me Nick does it, then I'll go ahead and go, yeah, you know what? No, thank you. I don't do it anymore. So I'm done staring at black men. That I understand how gay of a thing that is to say, but thank you very much. Final goal of the year for evening shows. We started with a co-host. Her name was April this year. We did a few shows in Spicer, Minnesota this year. One of them caused the Biscontis to call me and say, is April on drugs? That was... Or no, they said we had a suspicion April was on drugs. She was geeked out of her mind that one night when we were on your show with you. So, yeah, we started the year with an evening co-host. We end the year solo. And I'll be honest, I think the solo shows, I think they've been solid. I really do. Triple N says, April got very handsy with your breastises. Yeah, I guess when you're on coke and Molly, you really grab tits a lot. What do you do? If April was still on the show, says King of All Yetis, I could pop over and overload after load. The cheerleader in Texas who poisoned her rival's goat at the FFA show. A lot of us were theorizing that this was April getting back to her roots and getting healthy and going back home and being what she is. You know, she's not a cokehead homewrecker. That's not who she is. She's deep down a small town farm girl who got in over her skis, you know? So a lot of people theorize that maybe this was her, but I don't think she could pass for 17 anymore. That's what April told. April told me when they went on the FFA field trips, there'd be a lot of hooking up. What do I know? These fucking horny farm kids. God damn it. We didn't have FFA where I went to school. We had electricity. Clopogram with $1. Oh my God. Clopogram really doesn't have a sense of humor. Sorry. What happened? Not taking swipes against April anymore. That lasted about 2 or 3 shows before your normal self came back. Why do you struggle to let this woman go? Jesus Christ, it was a farm girl joke. Holy shit. You know what, Clopogram? I'm sorry. I apologize. I will not make jokes anymore. I didn't know that making jokes was the same as like attacking someone. I've offended you. I apologize. I didn't mean to. I thought it was a funny joke. Hell, I thought she would probably think that it was a funny joke. I'm sorry, Clopogram. I didn't mean to upset you, and now I feel bad. And now you've made it awkward for everyone. Jesus Christ. April's missing orgasm says your parents should have had goals. I tried to tell them. Like last year, and I'm not proud of this, but April and I dropped my kids off at the hotel with my parents. We hung out for a little bit, but then we ran off to you know where, and I drank and did Molly. Did karaoke. Like, it's not like just mentioning it. I just really makes me like I can talk about the whole thing in the abstract and make fun of it, but I get really, I don't mean to say down on myself because I'm not looking for pity or anything, but like I do get like kind of like disgusted with myself, I guess is the right word, when I talk about like specific actions, because like kids were there, and that's so not okay, and that's so not something that I'm about, and that's not something I do. So the fact that I let myself do that, hey, I can't blame anybody else for that. I can't say like, oh, it was their house or they gave me this or they, like I did it. I said, yeah, I could have said no and stayed home. You know, I could have said, this isn't for me. This isn't right. This isn't something you do. And like peer pressure, or like just because a bunch of other people are doing it doesn't make it okay. So I'd much rather be doing what I'm doing tomorrow than what I did last year. At this time. But also like the idea of like going home before midnight and like watching TV and going to bed, it seems so elderly, but it's also kind of what I want to do. Hey, so you know, I told you guys that story this morning about how I thought I had taken April off the dental and vision insurance, and how I accidentally removed myself from it like 4 or 5 months ago. So it turns out that I didn't. I still had all of my coverages, and that I did call to remove her from it, and they never did. So when I called today to put myself back on, they're like, no, you're active. You're good to go. You're all set up. And they went back and they looked at like email histories and customer service histories, and they go, oh, you did try to remove coverage. We never did it. And so they refunded me for like 6 months of coverage. I thought that was really nice of them.
Here's the inmate number of your whore wife that's fucking some other dude. Thoughts? Audience, thoughts? Any super chatters out there want to talk about this guy getting ambushed by the fact that his wife is banging a fiend? Anybody? Oh, we got $10 from Will Heron. It says, ha 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 ha. How's that hot tub stream hitting you now, buddy?